The Quebec government's new constitution, also known as Bill 1, includes a measure to enshrine the right to abortion in Quebec. Now, you'd think that pro-choice or abortion rights groups in Quebec would be all for it, but they're not. In fact, they say it's a big mistake. So what's going on?
Everybody agrees that this is a bad idea.
It's a false good idea.
Their message? The system ain't broke, so please don't try to fix it.
Any law on abortion right now is a bad law.
This is Justice Minister Simon Jolin-Barrette's project. He says, despite hearing the concerns, he's sticking to his guns.
Je suis convaincu que la disposition, elle est utile pour faire en sorte de protéger le droit à l'avortement, pour donner des outils supplémentaires pour maintenant et pour l'avenir.
The thing is, almost nobody else thinks that. Here's Quebec's Association of OBGYNs.
We are very worried that opening up that box would restrict access.
Here's what's behind that worry. It goes back to the landmark Morgentaler decision by the Supreme Court of Canada in 1988. That decriminalized abortion, effectively taking it out of the sphere of the justice system altogether. Pro-choice advocates say the best thing to do is keep it that way.
Abortion is healthcare and is treated as such right now under the Quebec and Canadian Charter, and that is the ideal legal situation that anybody can have. And that's what the entire world wishes they had. If you want safe and legal abortion, it's been decriminalized, it's healthcare, that's it, no more, no less.
We don't need anything in the Constitution because it would make this healthcare service an exceptional treatment, which is, it's not an exceptional treatment.
Their fear is that if you write abortion back into the law, even with the goal of protecting it, it could backfire.
If you put it in writing, you open a door that will serve the interest of both the people who are anti-abortion.
It would definitely open the door to illegal challenges by pro-life organization. There would be an actual target, because right now there is no law, so there is no target to fight.
They say the U.S. is the perfect example of what can go wrong. The powerful anti-abortion lobby there is using legislation and the courts to deny or reduce access. The main anti-abortion group in Quebec says it's obviously against the idea of enshrining the right to abortion in the Constitution. But the group admits it could give them something to work with.
Does it give us a tangible target? Yes, of course. It gives us a nice target to say, like, look at this so-called right engraved in the marble of Quebec's Constitution. We have to get it out of there.
Pro-choice groups in Quebec also fear having abortion written in the Constitution could give future governments the ability to tinker with the details, change the rules, and ultimately limit access.
The best protection against abuse as regard to abortion is to build the notion that society as a whole has no say into that decision.
In a recent interview with Radio-Canada, Jolin-Barrette said he feels there are potential threats to abortion rights in Quebec that may one day come from Ottawa.
On a de la députation à Ottawa qui est résolument prouvé qui souhaite enlever ce droit-là aux femmes. Et moi, j'accepte pas ça.
But most groups say if the government is really serious about protecting abortion, it should increase access, which is limited right now in most areas outside of Montreal. They say another piece of CAQ legislation, Bill 2, which deals with doctors' compensation, will actually limit access to abortion. That's because under that bill, doctors receive $17 for each abortion performed.
It's very insulting to women's health to think that a procedure like this is worth $17. Is that like what all my expertise and my colleagues' expertise and the stuff we use, is that really what it's worth?
On one side, the government wants really to protect women in this Bill 1, the project of Constitution, and then the bill right after, Bill 2. Access to doctors practicing abortion will be limited. You say it makes no sense.
Pro-choice groups say they believe the minister is acting in good faith and has no ulterior political motive, but they say his efforts are misguided. And what's all the more puzzling is that they had this same debate with this same government 2 years ago.
notre gouvernement est prêt à protéger le droit des femmes.
The minister responsible for the status of women at the time, Martine Biron, proposed doing exactly the same thing, protecting abortion in law. But after intense lobbying, she backtracked.
It's exhausting. I'm tired of repeating the arguments.
Several pro-choice groups are making presentations at National Assembly hearings into the Constitution bill. It's unclear what that might change, but the minister says he's willing to listen.
Je vais entendre leurs suggestions, leurs recommandations, et je vais réfléchir à tout ça dans un esprit d'ouverture. Je suis toujours ouvert.